I hope you're having a fabulous day. My name is Reggie, and today I'll be sharing with you my September TBR. In the month of August, my TBR was insane, and I didn't read all of those books because life got in the way, and I kind of had this epiphany that I like TBR videos. They're fun. They keep me accountable when I want to be and need to be, but they're not all that. Like, if I can't follow my TBR, who cares? Because life can get in the way. I'm a mood reader. I change my mind. Buddy reads will come up. Like, whatever it is, I can change my mind and it doesn't matter. So I'm still going to do TBR videos because I like them a lot. But I'm just going to be a lot more flexible with my TBRs and care a lot less about my TBRs if I don't follow them at all, which I hardly ever do. Who cares? And like, this has kind of always been my perspective, but I've never shared that with you. These are all the books that I want to read in September, and I have a reason for wanting to read all of them. But who knows what's going to happen? I mean, there's more books in this pile than I probably have time for, but these are the books I want to read in this month for certain reasons, and I will get into those now. First one is The Cursed Child. I have not read The Cursed Child yet, and that is because, as I mentioned before, I am planning on doing a dramatic reading with friends, and we were going to do that when I had a family emergency and had to fly to California. So I was unable to do that, so we're still trying to get that together, and I want to read it for the first time when I'm doing the dramatic reading. And what I mean by dramatic reading, because I did have some questions about that, is like, you know, it's a play script. We're going to read a play script. Like, I'm going to play Delphi. I don't know. I just read the first name on a page. I don't know who that is. But, like, we're just going to have a couple parts and read it like we're doing a table read or something. And it's going to be really fun. Hopefully we can get that together this month. But school's back in session for all of my friends. I mean, most of my friends either work at the university or are PhD candidates at the university. Now that school started, it might be a little bit harder to schedule, but we're gonna try. Next up, I want to listen to the audiobook for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is my favorite Harry Potter book. And I've already started this audiobook, and I'm already that way through it. So I'm almost done. I'm probably gonna finish it this week at the very latest, maybe even before the week's done. So I definitely have some room for some audiobooks. I'm hoping to also listen to The End, which is the last book in the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. And then I also want to listen to An Ember in the Ashes and reread that via audiobook in preparation for A Torch Against the Night. Another book I really want to read during this month is Like a River Glorious, which I do not own yet because it is not out yet. Like a River Glorious is the second book in the Walk on Earth, a Stranger trilogy by Ray Carson, which you probably know is a book I love and an author I adore because I've talked about it all the time. And I am going to a Ray Carson signing this month, and I'm beyond excited because she is my favorite author. And I'm so excited. But anyways, I'm really excited to read Like a River Glorious because this is probably my most anticipated book of the year. And I'm really excited to get my hands on it, but that doesn't come out until, like I said, September 27th, so I've got a ways to wait. I also want to read Spiritbound, which is the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I'm obsessed with the series. I just finished the 4th book in the series, and the 3rd, and the 2nd, and the 1st. And I'm really excited to get into this 5th book. I read the 4th book a lot slower than the first 3, though, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to the 6th book in this series this month, which is The Last Sacrifice, but I do have it on my shelf from the library, so might happen, might not, who knows. I also really want to read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I am really behind on all things Sarah, and that's okay because it turns out a lot of people are too. I tweeted if anyone wanted to do a buddy read with me, and like 1 million people responded. So I'm going to be reading this month with some really awesome people, and I'm really excited to do so. I also want to read Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis because this is kind of a silly reason. But I heard Mindy McGinnis was going to be at the Ray Carson event in my town this month, so I would like to have read her book in case I run into her, because it would be embarrassing if I was like, hey, I know who you are, but I haven't read your book. But I am excited. This is a dystopian survival type story, I believe. I don't know much about it other than Trina at Between Chapter raves about it, so I'm excited to read it. Probably the first book I will be reading this month once I'm finished with my current reads is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, a novel by Fredrik Backman, which I am reading and reviewing as part of the BookTube tours, which is really exciting. And I've heard a lot about this author. I'm really excited to read this book, and yes, that's really all I have to say about it now, but expect a review soon. Also, I would really love to read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children this month because my friend and I really want to go see the movie, and I have yet to read it. So this is probably higher on that priority list. Also, I've owned it for like over a year and I haven't read it yet, so that's kind of upsetting. I also would like to read The Last Star by Rick Yancey. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to read all of these books, but I would really like to read this one. I've had it for a while now, and I keep putting it in TBRs, and I keep not getting there. I also have about 100 pages left of The Well of Ascension, which is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I have that much left, so I would like to finish this up this month as well. Like I said, don't think I'm going to read all of these, but these are all the books I want to read immediately, currently, coming soon. So, that's my September TBR. I will pick and choose and read what I can and read what I want, and for all I know, I could throw this TBR out the window and read something else. And that's okay with me, because I really don't care anymore. But TBRs are fun, and I like filming them, and I like kind of showing you guys what I'm currently feeling like reading. And it's really interesting to myself, too, because I'm a mood reader, to see where I was at the beginning of the month and where I ended up going throughout the month. Anyways, it's really super duper hot, so I'm going to stop filming so I can turn the air conditioning back on. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching and for being so supportive in these last few videos since I took my 2-week break. You guys have been really great and really helpful, and I really appreciate your patience with me as I've taken a break. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You should comment down below and let me know what you're most excited to read this month. I think I'm going to say I'm most excited to read The Assassin's Blade, even though I have kind of a rocky relationship with Sarah J. Maas. I'm really excited to read this with some great friends, and I think that will heighten the experience. Also really excited to read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, because even though I don't know if I'll like either of these books, these both have... what am I saying? I'm most excited to read Like a River Glorious by Ray Carson. Duh. Alright, I think it's time I go, because that was a grave oversight. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in my next video. Bye! I'm kind of taking my hair. Train, why do you do this to me? This has a Coca-Cola napkin in it. I bought this at a used bookstore. All right.